All right, so today we're going to be talking about email templates and how we can edit things like text and images and simple things and links in email templates. So the example I have today is for MPI, and we're going to be talking about how we can change things like the name of this header, text like this, where this link goes to, and what our images say. So, as an example, I'm just going to pull up a test image. And this is to provide just a basic image. And any image will work. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to right click this, copy image address, and that'll make sense later. But let's just say I want to change this to read something completely different. Now, when you see this kind of file in your file explorer, and I'll pull it up here for you, the template is going to be an HTML file. What you want to do is you want to download an application like Notepad++, Komodo, which is what I'm using here, which you'll see in a second. And I'll leave a couple other links in the description below. But something to edit HTML files is what we need here. So I'm going to right click this. And if you have Notepad++, you can edit it with that. But I have my application, Komodo, and I already have it open. So I'm going to open that up and we'll show you. The reason why I like Komodo is it allows for the separation of colors with what we're working with. So elements, don't worry about what that means, but we'll call them elements, are red. Text is white, and links are green. So my eyes are very well trained to see that. And as you work with this more, you'll, come to the understanding of such. So what I want to do is this email template's giant. As you can see, it's a whole website page that's in one document, which is normally not how it's done. A website or even an email template is sometimes multiple documents mixed into one. But we're simplifying here. So with this is done in table style. So this follows this kind of workflow, and I'll show you. So up here at the top, we have our header, which is actually just an image. That's the first table in air quotes. Then we move down and we have another set of tables. Every individual space here is its own table. And we read from top down, left to right, just like you're praying, right? So when we're reading this, we read in code, we'll read this entire area first. Then we'll come back up and do the next row right here. And then it would look for more, which there's nothing else. So it'll go down to the footer. So, to elaborate more, let's look at what a box looks like. So as we see, there's bodies, there's tables, there's table rows, table decimals, and an image. This is an IMG, and I'm going to zoom really in for you so you can see what I'm looking at. So remember that image I copied before? Now what I'm going to do, and don't worry about this, is I'm going to open up a sticky note and make a copy of this link so I have it for future reference, because I'm going to need to put it back. But, and that's Control-C, Control-V. You know how that works. I'm going to go ahead and recopy this image address, not image, because the image address will put me right at the image, which is what I want. Because all my code worries about is if this is the source, the SRC, it's exactly what it's going to reference. Nothing more, nothing less. So if I replace that image with that image, you'll see that this apply now becomes the test. So when thinking about that, if I do the same thing now and I find my IMGR image, which is the scholarship award, and I go back, hypothetically, if I were to replace this with that and I hit Control S and save it, if I go back to my email template, it switches right back. But it's whatever the document says is how it will look. So when we think about that now with images, and if you understand that concept, everything else is going to make much more sense. So, as we see here, if we keep looking over, right over here, you'll see the title for that box in 1 second. Here it is right here. So there's the title that you've noticed. And I can just change this. Let's just say, and the only problem about this application is sometimes it jumps. Notepad++, you'd be able to see everything in one go, which is very nice. But so if I change that to title 1, right? And I reload the page, it's going to change it to title 1. Now, everything's already been formatted, so the spacing is correct. The text is correct. There's bold where there needs to be bold, and there's not where it's not, and so on and so on. But now we're looking at that, and that's done. So next, I would want to change the text, right? So as you can see, as part of our partnership, blah, 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 that's all the text, and it stops right here. If I get rid of that and put, this is the test for this video, and there's no spell check most of the time, so I'd write it in Microsoft Word and then put it over after you spell check it. Save that. Here you go. This is the test for this video. Now, if you have multiple paragraphs, like I can't just go next paragraph. As you can see, it looks like you did because most people work in Microsoft Word. But it doesn't work like that around here. So to do that, what I'd want to put in is this command right here, which is called break, which is open arrow, BR, space, / closed arrow. BR means break. So that's going to break your line and start a new paragraph. To show you, there you go. Now, some people might like this where there's some spacing. That's just another BR. So when I go here, I want to copy that, make a space, paste it again, save it. It's going to give me double spaced. Just a little side note. So now you've made your edit to your title, you made your edit to your image, and you've formatted your paragraph as you liked it. You put in your text, etc., etc. Now I want this link to go somewhere else. Right now, it goes to a very specific event. Let's just say I wanted to go to the main page instead. So I want to change that destination. So, as we can see, I went through my image. I went through my text. Now, if I'll zoom in here a little bit for you, you'll see this A. That's a link. So when I do that, just like when I reference my SRC or my source for my image, I want to reference my H reference or my hierarchy reference or where I'm going to be sending you once you click that. So just like the image, which is in green, I want to make sure the quotes are still there. I want to copy where I want it to go and then paste it into the document. And after I hit save and I go and refresh the page, the text is still the same. But if I click on it now, it takes me where I want it to go instead of where I was going before. Now, one more thing. If I wanted to change this text on the link, you might have actually seen it, but I'll scroll over for you. In this line is actually the text right here. Just like when we did the header and that very big long thing up here on the highlighted line number 11 on the left. If I go back down to line number 22, you'll see apply now. I can change that to whatever you like. Click here, save it, reload your page. And how I'm reloading the page is left control R, as in Romeo for reload. You can also hit F5. Just a couple quick ways so you don't have to close the document and open it back up again. You can just keep working. But as you can see, it now says click here. So that's a quick 1-2 on how to edit the individual boxes, our titles, our text, links, and images in a specific email template. I hope you enjoyed. Any questions, please comment down below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thanks so much and have a great day.